Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about HCMC stock, some analysis and where my position is and what my opinion is on this stock going forward. I appreciate it has been an absolute mission since I did a video on actual current content, and that for most of you who know me is because I've been away with my job. So it's going to take me quite a while to get back to the UK, but I will always bring content as best I can. And there's been a lot of news with HCMC stock recently, so I'm going to get into covering it a lot today. I'm going to give my opinion on where they are, and I'll let you know exactly what my position is, because yes, I still hold this stock despite being 40 or 50% down on it. I still see a bright future, and I do not think that the court case is over yet at all. So stick around after the intro and we'll get right in amongst it and we'll have a look at what's going on. Hey guys, so here we are looking at the HCMC homepage, and as you can see, over the last 6 months the share price has actually significantly declined from 0.22 up here, 24 in fact, right the way down to where it is now at 0006, and that is because of the obvious reasons, because of the court case having the ups and downs that it has, with the potential of it being thrown out, and then HCMC's patents have been called in for review as well. However, I'm still holding a position in it. I did sell some when we had this initial spike right up here and made some money, but I retained a couple of £100 worth to let it ride to really see if this actually goes to the moon, and I'm quite happy to do that and put my money where my mouth is on this one. As I've always said in the past, when I recommend, I stay in the company when I buy, and I'm still in my position with this company now. So as you can see, the market cap is now under 200 million, so it's retreated quite a bit down from where it was, but you can still see there is an awful lot of volume and interest in this company right up to the present day, because there is a lot of potential in this company should the court case start going our way. It is definitely possible. Philip Morris has got propensity in trying to chin things off, trying to ignore things, but it is definitely possible for this company to win this court case. And just a little bit of court case news: on Friday, September the 10th, the submission of the 47 motion amend 1 to the compliance was actually received by the judge. So he is now going to take his time with that and deliberate on exactly what the submissions were, but it is essentially on his desk for him to get into. Now the time limit on that will carry on. He's a judge, he can take as long as he wants to start presiding over that. Separately to this, we found an article on the HCMC page is just how much Philip Morris is making from the combustible materials, the IQOS device, and you can see that here. So there's tighter supply and demand from Philip Morris International's own investing updates. However, they still reckon they can shift 23 to 24 billion units at an EPS range of $1.50 to $1.55, which is the earnings that they're going to make. So this company is going to shift an awful lot of units over the range of the year, 95 to 100 billion units. When you add the amount of money that is going to mean in turnover wise for Philip Morris, you can see why this court case is so valuable to HCMC, the investors that are also involved in that, and the potential payout that could come from Philip Morris to either buy the segment of HCMC that has the IQOS side of things, the combustibility side of things, and amalgamate that either into Philip Morris. I'll move on to that in a minute, because they acquired a UK company, so they're not afraid of acquisitions, Philip Morris. Then just a little plug out to Jawsome Source here, who has really taken on the mantle in covering this company, and he has literally gone tooth and nail into this. So this is a person that you really want to look at. In my absence, I've had to not be here to cover this company as much as I otherwise would have, because I'm away with work, but Jawsome Source has done an absolutely excellent job as a lawyer and covering that side of things. It's been brilliant to see the sort of legal amount of paperwork that he's gone to and the effort he has gone to cover this, and he has literally said that this patent review, that a lot of this now calls upon, because Philip Morris is trying every single trick in the book to get away from paying out on this, either the buyout or paying paying HCMC or buying the company out because they don't want to spend the money if they don't have to. And wouldn't you, if you had that sort of money to get the sort of lawyers, the best lawyers that you can, to argue every single legal question that you can? So anyway, back to what Jawsome Source was saying, is that the patent review case essentially comes down to two very big questions. Is the may also burn extra part of the Robinson patent important enough to cover other vape pens patents, and that involves some form of combustion, including HCMC's patent? And did the patent examiner make a mistake by ignoring that part of the Robinson patent when she approved HCMC's patent? So if she made that sort of mistake, then HCMC's patent and us as investors are in big trouble, and Philip Morris will definitely pay on that. Again, as I've mentioned, Jawsome Source has done a massive video on the 900-page document, condensing it down into 13 minutes of viewing time, so it's well worth checking that out. But ultimately, it all falls down to those two questions. If the review gets thrown out, then you can absolutely 100% bank on the share price rising. If the review goes through, then again the can gets kicked a long way down the road, and we all have to wait and be patient as investors all over again. And the time is ticking on now. This has gone over months, but that is what legal battles always do. They always play for time, they always play to kick the can all the way down the road, and that is just what happens. And that is also what happens with investing. On a side note, Philip Morris won't be so interested in this, but HCMC is actually doing alright. So at the time of writing this article on the 6th of August, a little bit old now, but there is significant movement in HCMC stock anyway every time there is a single update in the court case, or even if they update their financial situation. So the company itself is actually doing alright. It is growing. It's not growing at the rate that's going to turn this company into $1 billion company overnight, of course it's not, but the company is growing high single-digit growth. But it is mainly waiting on the length of the court case and what's going to happen from the court case. Of course it is. That's what we're all here for at the end of the day, and this article on Investor Place is pretty good at highlighting the reasons for that. And lastly today, I just want to cover Philip Morris is not shy of acquiring companies. So they sealed a deal recently with the UK's Vectura company, despite health group concerns, and they managed to get this through with 75% shareholder backing, but they only needed 50% shareholder backing to get it through. However, this cost the company 1.1 billion, so they are flashing the cash there, that this company has the money available to buy or pay off things that it considers important enough to do so. So they've listed that the deal is going through for them to buy this company. However, there are some health concern groups around this Asthma UK and the British Lung Foundation, because Ventura is a medical company and an inhaler company, and it's a bit paradoxical for a company that makes tobacco products to buy a company that also helps treat lung disease, because obviously tobacco and tobacco inhalation can cause various cancers and various lung problems. Just quickly there, Ventura scientists expect that they can reach 1 billion, and management of course expect that they can get net 1 billion in net revenue from beyond nicotine products by 2025. So Philip Morris has definitely got its eye on the future in terms of where tobacco is going. We're not all going to have cigarettes forever, and that is what IQOS is about. So that is a bit of Philip Morris's intent right there. It's all about the future of tobacco and how they're going to still generate significant revenue. And if HCMC ends up holding on to this patent after the review, then that is going to particularly force Philip Morris's hand to either purchase parts of HCMC or do a considerable payout for the loss of earnings to HCMC. Either way, it is a big win for us as shareholders. So guys, that's all I have for you in this HCMC stock episode. I have not been able to cover this company as much as I would have liked to due to being away. Thank you very much for your patience in sticking around, still watching videos and watching videos that I've pre-recorded and put out. Your support means the world to me. I will get back in the saddle properly with daily videos in early 2022 and really start getting the content out there a lot more often than I'm able to at the moment. And they will be current, right on the cusp of breaking news investing videos, which is what I believe my channel should be about. And I've done a lot of the fundamentals of investing right here, right now, because that's all I can do. And I appreciate your support in doing that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate all your support. See you in another investing episode.